Stars in the sky. Stars in the sky. Cards in my hand.
Good morning. My name is Jamie, and this is the MyTarot.org. MyTarot.org. It is Pirate Weekend, right? MyTarot.org. Morning reflection. Daily inventory. It's the universe holding up a mirror and asking us, what do we see? So, good morning, Lee. It is. Can you believe the week is already halfway through? Tomorrow I'm going to be up in Hagerstown. I'm going to be doing readings up there. Looks like I'll be doing Curious Iguana for their on the 28th for their Halloween party at Attaboy up north. So I'm excited about that. I just got that. So what are we doing here? We really are just kind of taking a moment, reminding ourselves. I do this as a reminder for myself also that it's okay to take 15 minutes in the day where we can actually just put our feet flat on the ground, butt comfortable in the seat, shoulders relaxed, neck relaxed, and listen to the cards like they're the sounds of the ocean. This really is a time that just really helps me to take that break. Because again, if you guys see me just before I do this, it's part of my routine, the run, because part of that run is getting coffee for Mina. Good morning, Jenna. If you know Attaboy Books in Frederick, I don't know if your books are in there. Jenna is a writer. But I'll be doing the Curious Iguana Halloween party. Jenna's got several books. Jenna is actually an editor, which, wow. I could not sit down and read somebody else's books like that. That would drive me nuts. So let's see what we have today. So mad respect to Jenna. That is mad respect to Jenna. So, what does the universe have for us today? Do we have any angers or resentments to watch out for? Is there anything that might trigger us for the day? That's part of the universe holding that mirror up so that we can use the tarot to reflect what's going on. So, I'm going to make our 3 stacks. Each one of these a different thread going out to the universe. Each one of these is like a different thought or idea, and if we believe in the multiverse, it's like each one of these is a different path, because each one of these stacks will lead us down a different path. And today I'm going to go with the bottom stack, which I like to think of things that are underneath us that we may not know are influencing us. I'm going to do our 3 and 1. I'm going to take a breath. And I'm going to flip each card over one at a time like they are the pages of a book. And so this is a deck that I do reversals, which means that normally a card would pop up like this, but a card is reversed. And here we have the 6 of Wands, and Wands being fire and energy. And 6s are about things getting better, harmony, improvement, all these things like that. And the 6 of Wands is also traditionally also sometimes called the victory card. You know, because in our numerology, 1 through 10, you got that 5 and you're in the middle, and am I going to make it? Am I going to make it over that? And we almost make it over that hill, and we get to 6 finally. But then maybe things are not going the way that we want. It's like, yes, we've crested the hill, but sometimes we expend a lot of energy. So, you know, 6 is still a good number, but sometimes maybe it doesn't meet our expectations when we've accomplished a small step towards something. And so there might be some disappointment. It's like, yes, it worked out, but sometimes not the way we want. Then we have the Queen of Wands. So what effect does that have sometimes, especially if it's our attitude? Because if wands are fire and energy, then we have all that energy that we put into something. And then what can happen? Well, the court cards are personalities, is how I look at it sometimes. So court cards can be us. It can represent somebody else, or it can be part of a situation. Queens are water. Queens are the element of water. Wands, fire. And you can imagine when you get into a situation where you can start seeing steam. So when it's reversed, sometimes when things don't go our way, the question is that how does that affect us, or how does that affect somebody around us? So this deck is a 50-50 deck. Well, looks like it might be more, well, you know, but the universe, as we choose the deck, we go with what we have. And I think this might be a little bit less than 50-50. No, it is. Okay. Wow, it's just the way that I grabbed them. So now I'm seeing that it's 50-50. So all 3 cards are reversed. And we come up with the Sun card. Now the Sun card is never negative. In the sense, again, it's kind of like the 6. So with the Sun card, the Sun is this. It's about the joy that we can feel when we travel through the majors. You know, we go through. We have the tower, then we have the star, then we have the moon, then we have the sun. And the sun is that joy we feel when we're almost towards the end of something. And so we express that joy sometimes just like this. It's like sometimes we can forget about the world and we can express our joys. But again, it's one of those things where maybe it doesn't meet our expectations. You know, we're moving towards that end. We have that victory, but we're not seeing just how positive that is, because maybe there was a struggle. And so that's where that Queen comes in, and that's how it affects us. So this is almost like more like an attitude towards something. And also keep in mind, as I always say, the minor cards are our day-to-day cards. These are the cards that just, you know, how's our day going? Great, great, great. The major cards like the Sun and those cards like that, those are the destiny cards. So this shows that it's like when we are struggling and we're trying to, you know, and it just kind of knocks us off our game. Destiny cards are the long-term effect. We struggle, knocks us off our game. This is the long-term effect. It's like, if it was like this, we'd be like, you know what? We've realized we've had that, what Aristotle would call ananauresis. We had that change. But this instead says, okay, I'm just kind of glad it's done. I'm glad that we're almost towards the end. But this is the advice card. And it is another reversal, but it is the 8 of Swords. So 8s are about progress, moving forward, that push to just keep going. Swords are mental. Swords are ideas. Swords are thoughts. Now, normally when this card is like this, swords, when I read the Marseille, and heavy suits are the wands and the swords because they can be used as weapons. Soft suits are the cups and the coins. So by the time you get to like about 8 swords, I like to describe it to some people like this, is that imagine you have 1 sword, great, you have a sword. 2 swords, you've got choices to make, ideas. 3 swords, you got an extra one you can put on eBay, even though there's a struggle with that. But imagine if we're actually carrying these swords and they are getting a little bit heavy by the time we get to 6 swords, 7 swords, and that's a lot of steel to carry, and we get to 8. And sometimes we just feel so wrapped up because, it's a load to carry. And sometimes we forget that if we just set down those 8 swords, we could just remove these, remove the mental bonds from us. And we'd see by taking off our blindfold, we could walk through. That's a long explanation, but I don't know why I wanted to go down that road. But the simple fact is that this is reversed. And this is an awareness. So today, as we're moving forward, this is where we have an awareness that maybe things today don't go our way. But now, and this is a reflection, again, this is the universe holding a mirror up. And what do we see? We can see that maybe things aren't going to go the way we want today. How do we want to react? Do we want to set down the swords because we realize we've made it all the way up to the 8 of swords and we feel that? Maybe we want to take that blindfold off. And when I see reversals like this, nothing is set in stone. This is all just a reminder of what today could potentially hold. And the answer for this is that as I go through my day, I'm going to ask, no matter what steps in my way, what's it going to take to turn this card around? So this spread gives us a task today. Expect that mental anxiety. Expect things not to go my way. If I choose to be negative now by the end of the day, that is then that is, I guess, how I'll feel. But I also know that today that maybe things aren't going to go my way. But I can say, FTW. You know what? I'm just going to be this little kid on a horse, and I'm going to take what small victories I can, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day. So when this is reversed, it just gives us a task. Our task today is to find the path that's going to turn that sun card around. And that's because we are taking the blindfold off just by looking in a mirror this morning. So, with that, I hope everybody has that amazing morning, amazing evening, wherever you are, whenever you are. And I will be back again tomorrow. And everybody, take care and thank you so much. And Jenna Lee, I hope to see you guys soon. Talk to y'all later. Bye.
Stars in the sky. Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand, whisper.